Good morning and welcome back to Miniature Monday on Gaming with ADHD. Now in 2017 I purchased the Humble RPG bundle for Warmachine, Hordes, and the Iron Kingdom RPG. I did a video on that and I will link that down below. Not that specific bundle, but why I think Humble Bundle is a great place for role-playing games and other non-video game material. And this bundle of products came with about 40 PDFs of fiction, gaming manuals, and role-playing supplements for the Iron Kingdom's setting. But it also came with some discounts that could be redeemed with Privateer Press towards the Warmachine and Horde starter sets. Now, at the time, I had been kicking around the idea for this channel, and I decided that I wanted to get the Warmachine starter sets that they had available. And they've sat on my shelf ever since. So, today I wanted to finally take a look inside one of these sets and give you my thoughts on what you get inside. I'm going to start with the Cygnar Battlegroup, as you can see, for this first video. But I also do have 4 other battle groups to look at in the coming weeks. So, let's get started. Now, first off, one thing I wanted to point out, these are hefty boxes. They've got some decent weight to them. In this, you can see that you're going to get your warcaster, a heavy warjack, and 2 light warjacks. It also says it's going to give you a basic training tutorial guide, battle map, introductory guide, Warmachine Prime rules digest, ruler, dice, tokens, spell tokens, and an obstacle card. So, all right. Decent amount of stuff for this box. And my understanding is they all come with that kind of stuff. So, all right. So we've got our lid off. All right, so here is the rules digest. So I have a feeling I'm going to have a small handful of these. And it looks to be just the rules. Now, I like when companies will do this. They're going to give the full rules. It may not have the fluff. It may not have all, the extra goodies and material, but it's just a nice compact set of rules that that in many cases the regular players want, but won't necessarily have access to because they don't want to buy another starter set. So regardless, I like these. So we'll set that to the side, and we've got a Cygnar introductory guide. Looks like we get some fiction, 6 pages of fiction, ads, description on the tactics for Cygnar, and then how to expand and grow your particular army if this is the one you're going to play. We've got a hobby guide, painting tips, so a little bit of everything. All right, and we have an 18-inch Warmachine ruler. Not great, but let's be honest, it's a starter set. Go buy a tape measure. All right, and they give you a playmat. So this is actually kind of nice. I'm not so sure how much I like the fact that it's sticking together. I also blame the fact that it's been sitting on a shelf for a few years. Alright, but it's got some really good art, really good detailing here. That almost looks like a picture of a tree as opposed to just a drawing of a tree. But, yeesh. Don't leave these on your shelves for years, people. Alright, so it looks like they've got a slightly different map on the other side with some starter locations for the tutorial scenarios, probably. I'm going to have to work with that and hopefully not ruin it. Alright, and then we've got our basic training manual. Alright, so we've got templates, tokens, your wall template, different missions working you through the different movement, how to deal with terrain. This is nice. I like when I also like when a company does this. You know, they're going to give you missions where you don't need all of the rules. I just need to know how to move. Okay, now that I know how to move, all right, let's throw some obstacles. Let's, move you across terrain. Now we're going to add in shooting. We're going to add in cover. Melee combat. So they're going to give you basically a little mini campaign. The scenarios aren't going to take very long, 15 minutes or so. But they're going to get you through, how all of the different rules go together and teach you how to play the game. So, this is cool. I've played Warmachine in the past, first edition and Mark II. I don't think I've actually played Mark III at all, so that'll be nice. I have heard there's some controversy about this the particular version, but I'll be honest, I'm not that worried about it. I'm basically just going to keep these as little faction starters. Just play smaller games. That's me. All right, so we've got some plain black dice. We've got all the different tokens. So just some generic tokens and let's see. Oh. So it's a spell token. I thought it said something around the side, but that apparently is just, imaginary runes or of some kind. Let's see. Only thing I don't like about these, unless it's just a generic kind of a spell token, is I thought you were supposed to be able to write on these, but the dark color is going to make it really hard to see. So, but regardless, I like the fact that they gave you some nice plastic, reusable tokens. Yes, I am specifically saving the miniatures for last. Then we've got a packet of cards. Warmachine, when it launched, used these cards to track all the stats for your units. So you've got different damage locations for your warjacks, and as you start taking damage, you start losing effectiveness in your warjack. So nice way to track it. I have I do know that they have the app, and that is one thing that I really give Privateer Press credit for, is that they went to the app for tracking very early. I haven't used it much, but I like the fact that it's out there and it is available. And there's a lot of companies that should do that and don't. So, all right, but we've got our cards for all the different warjacks, for our Battlegroup warcaster, and then something to make a small piece of terrain, which looks like to be like a rock wall kind of a thing. So nothing fancy, but you know, it is a starter set. All right, so we've got 4 miniatures in here. And because I do not want to lose these pieces, I am actually not going to pop the bag open, but I'll get it to a point where you can see it. So they went with a blue color, since that's the faction color for Cygnar. But overall, pieces don't look too bad. Actually, I'm going to open this one up. This is our warcaster. And this is the body of the warcaster. The detail looks pretty good. Not great. Definitely needs to get cleaned up here on the shoulders and on the foot, but you know, not horrible as far as the detail goes. There's the face. Yeah, that is hard to see. So here's her sword. So I'll be honest, not great. I don't think they're bad. And I think with, you know, at least a simple paint job, you'll be able to pick out some of those details, and it'll look better. But obviously, that all depends on how good of a painter you are. I am not the best. All right, this is our large warjack, which is the ironclad. Again, pretty good detail on these. Not like you would get in the past when they did the all metal models, but I mean, you know, going to the plastic, being able to mass produce these, you know, does help bring the cost down. I mean, the starter sets still retail for $40 each, so not a bad price. And I think for, you know, for these, or 3 larger models and 1, you know, standard human model, I think $40 plus all of the extra stuff, the, you know, the mat, the rule book, everything. I don't think $40 for a starter set is unreasonable. I know I've mentioned a few times on the channel about Dead Zone from Mantic Games. Their starter sets are about the same price, and you get quite a bit more models. You don't get any rules with it, but yeah, I mean, I don't think $40 is unreasonable for what we're getting here. Obviously, I will have to assemble these, and I'll show that off in a future video. This is the Lancer, I believe. No, this is the Firefly. Yeah, I definitely need to get these assembled and show those off, but we'll do that in a future video. This one I just wanted to get these unboxed and show it off. Lots of little extra bits. So that's the Firefly. Yes, I'm dropping everything. Alright. That's a little disappointing. I just realized they give you slot bases, but models without slots, which means you get to fill that in. Alright, and this is our Lancer. Body's pretty similar to the Firefly. In fact, I think it's actually the same. But then you get a different spear. You get the shield. So, okay. Overall, like I said, I think this is pretty reasonable for a $40 starter set. I know, unfortunately, not all of the starters are available on the Privateer Press website at the moment, but you may be able to find some either at your local retailer or at different vendors around. So you'll have to look into that. But overall, yeah, like I said, I got no complaints. Well, let me rephrase that. It's not that I've got no complaints. I think that it's a reasonable product. I think the price that they're asking for it is reasonable, and especially for everything that you get, the books. I think the fact that they did, I think it was 10 scenarios in this basic training manual. 11. So 11 different scenarios just out of the basic training manual. Plus they're giving you, this is actually, I just noticed this. They give you some training models, or stats for training models, to go with these tokens up here. So I think that's great. And I think especially having all the different starters in my collection, I think I'll have some fun with it. But that is the Cygnar Battlegroup for Warmachine from Privateer Press. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, I would absolutely love it if you subscribed. Like I said, I will be doing an unboxing of all the starters that I have, which are the main 4 factions plus the Retribution of Skyra. So, yeah, come along. Let's check it out, and let's see what we find. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.